Well, see you guys in the morning then.
Of course. Now you go get some good rest, why don't you?
Alright, will do.
Okay.
Good job, team. We did it.
God, Jared's going to have to wake up to this. To the.
Alright,
Wait,
well,
do they move in or do they park outside?
this is way too
Oh,
small
no,
a tower.
yeah, they're all outside, they're setting up camp.
Okay.
Helga, do you want to go sleep? I can just start the watch now.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so I am going to start brewing some health potions for...
I thought you were sleeping.
For your friends?
Yeah. When I was talking with him,
No.
was my danger sense potion at all lighting up?
No.
Cool,
No, not.
okay.
It should be.
But it's also like, that is more immediate danger.
Mm-hmm.
The real horror is.
Yeah.
You can't really tell if someone has bad intentions if not.
Okay.
The real horror
Don't worry,
is
I
when
can-
men talk to you like
I
that.
can read their
That's
moods.
the real horror.
I can read their minds. Okay.
Not until you're awake.
Not until I'm awake.
Alright, yeah, so I'm just gonna, like, start brewing some health potion and then, after a bit, wake Jared up. And then
Okay.
give him the rundown of the situation.
Jared's gonna like
Oh, Helga, you owe me a drink check.
I would love to. Where's my
strap on
dice at?
his lead boots, get on out there.
Wait,
Let's
why
see
are
what
we
these
going up
nice,
there? Yeah,
these
sleeping.
nasty dice can do for
I
me.
wanna do the watch.
Okay.
That's a solid nat 20.
Shit,
The
2 nat 20 drink checks.
That's some fantastic dream checks.
Big things are coming, Helga. Big things.
Listen, I got that speech.
Also, honestly, you can probably go back to sleep because we have, like, a whole, like, 30 people around us.
Okay. It's
Did they set up camp next to our tower?
Yeah.
Okay,
listen.
yeah. So
It's
Well, you have
The
to be
thing is-
paranoid.
I don't trust them, so I'm going to go and watch anyway.
Helga, you have a dream where you are clinging to the fur of a great bear that is galloping through a great open field. And as you look around, you can tell this is a battlefield. It looks like some kind of great conflict has happened here, and there's bodies scattered on the ground. You appear to be the sole survivor.
Huh. Type of day is it?
Overcast.
Do I recognize any of the bodies, or
You do not. They're all lying face down.
does the field just stretch on forever?
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
It's beautiful in a
I-
morbid way.
I get off and like flip over one of the bodies on the ground. Look at him.
Yeah, it's no one you recognize. But, you can see emblazoned into their armor is a Geksh sigil.
Well,
Oh
fuck.
no. Oh no. My boys.
It's a dream.
Oh no.
Dreams always need something nutty.
Not always, but
Well,
Well,
sometimes.
I mean, it's a nat 20
in this
dream.
campaign.
Fair.
Okay.
Nat 20 dreams
I'm
always.
ready to wake up now.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Go stare at the stars, look at everybody else that's out here. Because, you know, he hasn't seen them with his eyes, so he's just like trying to get a gauge on everything, you know.
It's a beautiful night. The people are kind of milling around tonight at camp, and none seem to be paying you a huge amount of attention.
Sick. So he's just gonna. I don't know if Jared can, like, physically sit down on the ground, so he's just gonna, like, wall sit, but in the air.
Yeah, okay. He knows that.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable. Oh no, you can do that, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna. Because, like.
Yeah, because you're. Yeah,
I physically
weightless.
cannot sit down on the earth.
I guess not. Fucked up.
You did this to me.
No, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. If nothing eventful happens, Jared's just gonna like go in after a while and wake up Norman.
Okay.
Give her the rundown.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you guys keep doing this. It's essentially the same thing for the whole night. Nothing really happens.
got the fruit of our body.
Okay. So,
Is that how Norman wakes up?
Every morning. Hey, are we sure?
I am uncomfortable.
Suspicious.
Okay,
So, Norman, I think you're just kind of kicking it back next to the window, probably. Just
Okay.
relaxing while you take your shift.
how long is the shift going to be?
Still morning.
Like 2 hours.
Okay, I spend 1 hour identifying the Mage Slayer.
Huh.
I sleep with my boy.
Creep.
You sleep with it, do you?
No, I don't. But like,
I think I
it's near me.
Yeah.
I could still, like, touch it once and then start
I
it.
could still fondle it.
I'm gonna say with a spell like identify, you have to actually be like.
It takes me an hour to do
This
it.
isn't a spell like identify.
It
This
says I
is-
just gain the benefits of identify. I just have to be near it.
Yeah, I mean it's still identification. I'm gonna say you have to actually be like looking at it and like passing it over. I mean you're like.
This is
It's a spell
significantly
about
weaker than
learning about
identify.
something.
Mhm.
No, identify's got to do that too.
No, but identify can be cast as an action or in 10 minutes. This
Oh,
takes
right.
an hour.
That's tough.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can
I
also
think
just
I-
all of a sudden do this, can't you?
I think I have to touch it once and then it's done.
No, but I'm saying like you can just like decide to do this. Like you don't have like you can or you can swap between like another set of spells. Right?
Okay, yeah. So
See, but people with identify don't need to cast the spell either because they can cast it as a ritual, and that.
No, but I'm saying
it
like,
doesn't matter. So what you discover about this axe is, I think that since Helga's asleep, you're able to get pretty close to it and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily gonna make you roll stealth unless Nick, unless you really want to contest that.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, it's So what you get on this axe is that it feels like it's an archaic form of enchantment. It's not something that you necessarily have like familiarity with or really understand, so it's kind of tough to parse exactly what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels hostile somehow, like to you specifically. Like it feels like it is a hateful thing.
it can either just do normal damage or if I want to, it can take spell slots like that many
Yeah.
like levels of spell slot. Where like
Yeah.
first level equals like 1 HP, second level is equal to 2 HP.
Yeah.
So I can drain that many level of spell slots.
I thought it was you could choose to roll like a d8 or something and take that many.
Yeah, that
feels
was the
right.
that was the damage dice.
Oh,
That would have been
I
the
see. Yeah,
that would have been the effect.
Yeah. Any bonuses that you get from like strength or whatever, you don't add on to that, by the way.
Yeah.
Just straight up damage from the thing itself.
I take your 12th level spell slot. Take that, mage.
Yeah.
Is it like a +1 thing or a +2 weapon? Is it a magic weapon with any bonuses?
I don't think it was.
It wasn't.
Okay.
But
It just
yeah,
steals spell. It just steals spell slots.
At the same time, though, something you kind of determine about this is that it fits itself to the A, whims, and B, ability of its owner, like its wielder.
Mhm.
So there might be things about it you can't like identify yet
Mhm.
because they haven't necessarily started yet. But you can tell this is it's a dynamic weapon. It's not like stuck as it is.
I whim it to be better.
It gets better, and now it's really cool and
Okay.
sexy, and also it kills with one hit no matter what.
Nice.
Okay, okay,
Favorite
for the next hour, I'm going to take my bronze knives and identify them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then I put them back so no one sees it.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Which bronze knives?
The bronze knives that like float and stuff.
You already know what they do.
Yeah, but I
already
haven't
did this.
identified them.
You learn exactly what you already know about what they do.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job,
It's
team.
like,
Okay. Nothing else?
like,
They just float and stuff?
what else do you want to know?
I don't know the specific details of how it works. Does it have to be like thrown like 1 feet
Oh,
before it starts
no.
floating?
It's
like the
like,
specific
think of it
mechanical
like the
details.
dancing enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Auto's irresistible dance?
No, like the enchantment, like the dancing weapon. Yeah, no, you
Animate
like
objects.
toss them. You just toss them. Like it's not like there's any specific like.
Okay. Can you telepathically
Distance.
control them and stuff?
Yeah, to like a kind of basic degree, and they can't get too far from you or they don't work.
Do they require attunement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so as you're kind of like finishing up that spell, spending some quality time with your daggers, raise knives, your train of thought is disrupted by the sound from outside, and you hear first you hear like an instrument, like some kind of like lute being tuned, and then you hear and then like this whole camp is like bursts out essentially into song.
I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic. Anyway.
I guess it's 5 o'clock.
yeah, like just as the sun's coming up over the horizon, you hear like this like whole crowd outside singing what appears to be some jaunty traveling tune, and Norman, you kind of prop yourself up and look out the window, and one of the 7 like head guys that you saw the other day, sorry, let me look at my document.
Is there 7 of them? 1 for each color of the rainbow?
No, they're not big. They're straight. No. So, no,
Oh, man.
that's not necessarily true. So one of them outside is this. You'd guess a halfling, but and it's just kind of sitting on this like tall horse, this beautiful looking horse, and is like strumming their instrument, kind of like wandering through the camp and just singing their heart out. And everyone else is kind of rising to join them as they're like putting away their camp and like making breakfast and shit. And they're just singing along together. And you can tell this guy on the horse is a bard.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah.
Really? I thought
2
they-
whole weeks.
Who's
this?
They have a
2
power.
weeks.
They have a
2
power.
straight weeks.
Yeah,
And then
I'm gonna be staring in my bed like this, and then looking up at Jared, and both of us are
They're
like,
just, like-
making this eye contact of like, yeah.
Helga rises in jaunty beat, jaunty tune, jig.
Oh, Helga, don't fall to the dark side.
You made me this way.
the incredibly rich and substantially powerful side. No, but yeah, and it's just this group of people that's singing their hearts out outside as they like hitch up their horses.
They do this
Try to get-
every day.
every
I
day.
will-
And then like emerging fully like clothed and ready from a tent comes that paladin dude from last night, and he strolls out and he's like, "Ha! Like another beautiful day." Like you can't really like hear what he's saying through the glass, but like he's kind of gesturing and talking to
You
his
can
people.
tell.
Looking at out the window and go,
Okay, so I'm just going.
With the curtains closed.
I'm just going to go like, guys, time to go.
Back in my life in Humboldt, I woke up early most days.
Yeah, I'd say you're fairly used to it.
And was used to quite a lot of
Corrode.
tavern songs and a lot of that stuff. So this is just back at home for me.
Yeah, you actually
Sweet,
recognize the
sweet
song.
Awesome.
It's called "Oh, There Was a Young Woman from Stronghold."
Thank you.
see,
Yeah.
I'm used to waking up, but I wake up alone and in quiet in my own little
I'm
house.
used to waking up just like in general.
Yeah, I'm used to waking up early, yeah.
I swear I wake
Jared
up.
just like his sleep schedule's been whack for years and years, so this is a bad time for old Mr. Stillwater, but he's coping.
I grab my bags, I put them back on jam jar, I hang the alpaca apothecary sign to one side.
So you're walking outside.
Yeah, I'm getting ready.
You're going outside to get jam door. So
Mhm.
yeah, you like creak the door
Jared's just gonna,
and like all blearily because he just woke up and like kind of got a bed head, and like all these dipshits just singing their hearts out outside. And as you open the door and walk out,
Wait, did you guys reduce again?
No.
Okay.
so the paladin guy kind of looks back and he looks confused for a second.
Shorter yesterday.
He's like, "Well, you seem to have slept well, my young friend."
Yes,
You'd guess, given that he looks like a human, you'd actually be older than him, but it's a little tough to tell.
Jared just like thunk. You hear like thunk, thunk from upstairs and Jared hits the ground.
I should just join them.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
really should. I hope you slept well.
Oh, did I ever? But hey, always a good night's sleep when you know it's going to be a beautiful morning.
Can I make an insight check?
There is no way someone could be this
I
positive
would
at
Making
5 a.m.
insight check on this man's
21.
happiness.
Oh my god.
Insight check again. Okay.
There is no way someone can be this happy at 5 in the morning.
So I got 12.
Yeah. Norman, you can't really tell much.
Okay.
Penelope. He definitely, like, his happiness seems genuine. He's pretty patronizing.
Disgusting.
That's what you pick up immediately. It also kind of feels like he's, excited
Oh, do we know his
to get where he's going.
Can I
No,
see
never
any
asked.
deep down hate or resentment?
That's not a thing that I can see.
I know.
I'm gonna feel like no
He's
matter how
trying
good
to
the
raise
insight
like a
check,
chihuahua.
someone's just chilling at the moment, you're not gonna be able to tell their deepest plans.
Natural 20. You can tell he had a terrible childhood. His mother. All right.
Okay.
It's like, well, I'd ask you to tell me a little bit more about yourself, but you look pretty tired. We're going to have a long road ahead of us to talk all we need. So,
Do I really look that awful? You just said I got a good night's rest.
oh, I mean, you just woke up. I'm not going to bother you with questions.
Jared like stumbles his way downstairs, putting on his lab coat over his crop top.
And who would you be, my friends?
Jared.
And he kind of reads your shirt.
Lab coat over crop top.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, doesn't necessarily button it up.
My boyfriend went to Reckerton and
No, my boyfriend to Reckerton and Hook. He's like, well, I don't believe we've been introduced, my friend. And he kind of leans down because he's like not quite as tall as Helga, but he's substantially taller than you. And
So okay,
He goes
putting
to
him
shake
in
your hand.
between 6'2" and 7'2", how tall does he look to me?
Probably 7 feet.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to wear
That-
taller shoes.
So I'd like to use I'd like to use read moods on 6 of the party members,
The main
including
guys.
of the main guys, including the paladin.
Okay, who are you not doing? There's a paladin, there's the tall woman with the vaguely fey features who looks like some kind of caster. There's a dwarf carrying a huge stone hammer.
Mm-hmm.
There is that person who looks kind of like a rogue, if you had to guess, just based on like a leather armor that seems to kind of almost fade into the shadows.
Human?
Yeah, human. Wait, hold up, sorry.
Okay, so there's only the caster is an elf,
No, it's not an elf.
Not elf.
not an elf.
Fey.
Fey. Okay.
Fey touch, you'd guess.
Okay.
Elves are fey touched, aren't they?
I mean, I guess it's not exactly the same thing though.
Hmm. So this is like an Azamar, but of the Feywild.
Almost looks like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do they all look humans except for the halfling?
No,
And the
there's a
dwarf. Yeah.
and the Fey person.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the only non-humans.
No, hold up.
There's still 2 more to go, Chang.
Yeah, there's a druid that appears to be human, but then there's a fighter who you would guess is a half orc.
Okay. Yeah, I do everyone but the pay touch.
Okay,
Hmm.
so Mr. Paladin seems peppy,
Disgusting.
but like kind of patronizing kind of peppiness.
Okay, his entire character is just patronizing, and that's
I
it.
hate you.
The
It feels
halfling,
like every
the halfling
friend
seems
is
like
awful.
fairly like
Jaunty.
jaunty as well. Like, yeah, I might as well sing a song. He's a bard. The human rogue seems wary. You'd guess of you guys. The barbarian is hungry because he just woke up.
Like a real man.
Yeah, and it seems kind of like bleary from having just woke
Oh,
up.
wait, is the dwarf the barbarian? Or
Yeah.
the half orc.
The dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah,
The who? Oh yeah, sorry, this
The
was
what?
through a campaign.
it's a dwarf. Yeah. The person who you guess is a druid, just based on the stylization of their like outfit and accessories, you'd seems kind of distracted by the world around them. They're just kind of like investigating their surroundings, like the forest that they don't really get a great chance to look at at nighttime. And the half orc fighter seems like also kind of distracted, but just like talking to the retainers as they eat breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm gonna do read moods again.
Mm-hmm.
But this time on the Fey touched, Yorbird, and 4 of the retainers.
Okay. So the 4 retainers are all kind of like, I mean, like, fairly jaunty enough from singing a fun tune, but like tired because they just woke up and like they're packing and like they're not like jazzed. The Fey touched woman seems seems kind of bored. Like if you had to guess why, it's like she's tired of traveling and just kind of wants to get where she's going. And Yorbert is just chilling. He's just straight chilling.
He's just vibing.
Okay.
It feels weird that you can cast that twice in a row with no cooldown. Like,
How do you expect spells to work? You can cast 2 spells in a row with no cooldown.
okay, yeah, no, I know. It's just like it feels. Oh yeah, no, I guess I wasn't considering that you're still like burning your equivalent of spell slots.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
lost
no,
10.
yeah.
I lost.
I don't know. I thought this wasn't like a spell, but it was like some kind of cantrip or something. Yeah.
Oh, my
I know.
cantrips are both of them are both of them are damagers.
What is it? Oh, what are you doing?
Energy beam.
I can shoot energy beam out of my
That's
mouth.
nothing. I can do that in real life.
Do it, bet.
Oh god, a microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go and pack up and stuff, right? We got moving.
As soon as they're all out of the tower, I want to walk back over to the rock and hit.
Dwayne is here.
Yeah, I want to hit the rock. Yeah.
He's like, hey, whoa there. Did you
Yes.
see me in Moana?
You're welcome.
How'd you like my new Sean Hobbs movie?
The what?
Sean Hobbs.
Sean Hobbs, bro.
Hobbs and Shaw, idiot.
Yeah.
You don't watch Hobb or Shaw?
Not even one.
Why not?
Anyway. Yeah, okay, so what are you doing?
I want to hit the rock, dispelling it.
I can't think of another. Alright, so
I want to press down upon the stone and within the ground.
once all your guys' stuff's kind of out of the way, you go and you
Mhm.
press that same rock, and that same magic that shot back out, like shoots back in. You hear this like grinding sound of stone as the tower starts to like descend back into the earth, and everyone in like the big envoy looks at you like really confused, and they see this tower descend. You see a couple of the casters at the front, just kind of like glance at each other, but no one actually says anything to stop you. So, speaking of which, Helga, what are you up to?
Okay, I think she's just kind of,
Vibing?
walking around, vibing. She's untying Crumb and Krevin,
Okay.
going to talk to a few of the retainers.
Okay. So,
Yes.
yeah, they're kind of talking amongst themselves, but they quiet down as you approach. And, like, they're kind of plain looking folks, so you, who's, like, maybe not as imposing as their boss, but, like, tall and got these big pauldrons and shit, you still are, like, pretty, like, substantial enough to command attention.
Wait, who's taller, the paladin or Helga?
Helga, but not by much. So,
Next to know, we still have the upper hand.
you gotta understand that Helga's tall as shit.
So fucking tall.
You are the basketball player of people.
I'm like Jesus.
She's
Wait,
the
what do you think basketball players are?
she's the basketball player out
Not
of
people,
Okay.
obviously.
she's the basketball player out of the basketball players.
Oh god, there's more of them. They're multiplying.
Alright, so, you guys are just kind of vibing with the group then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so pretty soon, you're just kind of talking with the retainers. What you gather is that they've all been recruited for some kind of journey. They've been kept in the dark on most of the details, but it pays really well, so they're just tagging along. But, they're looking for some kind of artifact, I guess? Like,
Time to
maybe
kill
it's
them.
it's some kind of thing that, their leader, who's a paladin, you pick up this paladin, wants for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And you also, I imagine, pick up that paladin's name if you're talking about him. His name is Sir Tristanian Goldcalder.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Can I walk up to Sir Tristanian Goldcalder?
Mm-hmm.
And say, "Are you the paladins of Eredon?
He's like, huh, well, I certainly am a paladin of Eredon.
But you are not the group calling themselves the paladins of Eredon."
No, not directly.
All
I
right.
mean, there's more than one of us out there. It's a big and scary world, and someone's got to keep it in line.
I want to fight this. You know what I'm imagining this man looking like?
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Fillion, but with like really good hair.
That is a good way to picture it. Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, can you say his name again, Sir?
Tristanian.
Trestinian.
Oh, Tress.
Gold, whatever.
Goldcalder. With a C.
Cut it out. Tristanian.
Close enough.
Trestinian.
Yeah.
Goldcalder. I'm a whiz at the English language.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Well, does your group have a name? Like, we're a business, so we're the alpaca apothecary, but like, adventuring people go around like naming themselves, I don't know, the The
Heroes
juicing
of the-
spigot, yes.
I heard one the Heroes of the Juicing Spigot.
Mm-hmm.
Well renowned.
Real great group of people, aren't they?
I heard they were assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that one of them was super cool and sexy.
Okay. I heard
The one that said, Asmodeus, I've been compressed.
Anyway,
I heard one of them lit a city on fire.
I think one of
I
us is
heard
like a
otherwise.
cleric or something.
Yes, so what do you call your group? Branding purposes.
oh, Brandon. Well, my friend, I'm not doing this for recognition.
Yes,
I'm
you
doing
are.
this for the good of the people.
You
He
are
is-
not doing this for recognition?
Insight
Not
check.
at all.
Insight check.
Insight check, yeah. I believe him though. Even though that's a 19.
You get the feeling that everything this guy does is to some degree for recognition, but he sure doesn't want you to think so.
I want to say, yes, I understand. So what is the name that you are boasting about where you go?
Well, I don't consider us boasting, but
Maybe a humble brag.
Audible snort from Penelope.
Can I roll to push that down?
yeah, okay,
Would that be a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
yeah.
Alright.
Nat 20!
You stone-faced look on. Well, I hate to speak above my station, but we are the Saviors of Nalamis.
Lovely name.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Hmm. Alright. Well, I will catch up with you on the road maybe sometime. I don't know. I want to go to our. I want to say, alright, bye.
Oh, my friend,
Oh, yes?
you didn't hear of our arrangement?
No, I did not.
You're going to be coming along with us.
You were one of the ones who created
I,
the
no, I
arrangement.
realized that, yes.
Oh,
I was going to my
I
carriage,
see,
yes.
yes.
Yes,
Well,
see you along the road sometime.
see, we'll start
Probably
leaving
most
in about,
times.
and he kind of like looks back at his one of his retainers and like the time, and the guy pulls out that like fancy looking contraption. He's like, 7:03, my lord, and Tristinian is like, we'll be leaving in give or take 15 minutes. So if you want, you and your friends want to gather up your stuff and find a place in the marching order.
Can I walk over to that retainer?
Yeah.
Can I take a look at the contraption?
Oh yeah. It's some kind of clock, as is obvious, but it's like gorgeously constructed. It's this like intricate piece of machinery, and you guess it's got some sort of magical element in there because like all the pieces almost seem to be floating within their glass housing.
Did you make this?
No,
Is it like custom made? Is it?
far be it from me to say.
Does it look
I just
easy?
carry it.
Is it easy to operate? Like, do you just look at it?
Yeah, man. I just look at it.
Oh, all right. Wonderful.
You gonna make a watch?
No, I was just gonna steal it. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Norman's
Reduce
like,
it a bunch of times.
yeah. Norman's like, Penelope, are you gonna make a watch? And Penelope just yells back, No, I was just planning on stealing it.
Yeah.
All right, I go back to the carriage and. All right, guys, where do you want to march? Ahead of them, behind them?
Ahead of them.
Behind.
Ahead of them.
Behind.
I don't want to be associated.
Behind would be better.
All
No,
right.
behind it is.
Very back? Very back?
I see.
Very bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get in and start working on potions.
Okay.
Just pouring my heart and soul into making
Is
health
Helga
potions.
driving?
I assume so.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'll help Penelope with potions.
I'm gonna
And at
help
the
out
same
too.
time,
Okay.
I'm gonna identify Jared.
What? Just like me?
Mm-hmm.
Just like me, the human man?
I don't think you can really do that.
Like you can do my dope ass
He's not an
tattoo
object.
again, but
You can identify people, I think.
okay, but like why?
Well, I want to know the exact mechanical details of the magical effect placed upon you.
Fair enough.
Oh, the
like,
flotation?
Oh.
don't think you can really do
I mean,
that.
This doesn't
The
identify
letter
allow
of the
you to.
law
It
says
just tells you like flotation.
Yeah,
It's like
man,
the letter of
doesn't
the
tell you
law
how it
says
works.
yes, the spirit of the law says
No, the
no.
letter of the law doesn't say yes. You'd be able to tell that he floats.
Okay, so if it just
Which
says
is like nicely done.
if it just says that he floats, then I'll do it on myself instead to figure out if it's like elasticity, if I'm bouncy, if
Good
I'm
question.
stretching.
Oh yes, you're very bouncy.
Is that it? No stretching?
No stretching, but if you were to impact the ground, you'd ricochet very hard.
Okay. If I was punched, would their punch bounce right off?
And it would not bounce right off, it would bounce you backwards.
Okay.
In a hilarious kind of fashion.
Okay.
I'm gonna start using Norman as a projectile.
Fucking slingshot.
We are just
Helga.
slowly. Okay, we all need to pick up some kind of weird magical effect.
No, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Helga,
Especially you.
Especially Helga.
Helga, did they ever discuss price with us?
No,
He offered a giant gold nugget.
You don't know that.
I don't.
you don't know that, Shane.
I don't.
Shane, keep your mouth shut.
Get him.
Nobody
He's
else here
always
knew
boss.
about that.
Punch it in.
About how much was the gold worth? Just
Really bad auditory experience.
That was magical for me. I don't know that was for you. That was wonderful.
Okay. With two people
One
working,
more time.
it would have to cost, or half the time, I'd imagine.
would half the time. Okay. Hey, Maddie, are we going to use the Xanathar's
Okay.
guide for?
For making magic stuff, yeah.
Okay, because there's one for
That
potions.
sucks.
Does both of us? It's 50 gold one day. Does both of us working on it?
Wrong, it's
half the
25.
time?
Yeah, sure. But
Okay.
you can't.
Evan.
Yeah, it doesn't increase the amount, I guess. It increases.
But it just like decrease. It just
Yeah, you can't
increases
both
production.
work on one at once. You cannot you cannot each work on individual ones, but you can work together on one to make it faster.
Yes. Okay, so it's 25 gold pieces and then one day.
I just said that, Chad.
You said 50.
No, I did.
Yeah.
Oh. Whatever.
Maybe you were accounting for both of them, so you added them up.
Well, we're gonna put ourselves in debt to do this. Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Wait, I thought we were
Or
doing
wait,
it on
no, you
harvested herbs.
But
Like,
we
we
still
just-
have to pay, don't we, to make the potion?
Yeah, I guess.
I thought that was
potions
just
are
for
y'all
the
making?
ingredients. I
I
thought
think it would be for the ingredients. One
and then
So
we
it's
already
already
have a stock of
We're
it.
not. Fuck, I don't know how I want to read this because I don't want to set the precedent that you don't need money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say that your money is being supplied by your benefactors, who are the people that you're making potions for,
Okay.
or you are riding with. So
Even though, from their knowledge, they've already paid us because Helga received a big piece of gold, so they wouldn't be giving us.
Oh no,
any-
that wasn't your payment. That,
That
was
was-
just the guy flexing.
Oh.
I was AP.
I understand the way of the world.
Yeah.
Punch it in.
Okay. Also, I
It's better every time.
that we got all our ingredients from foraging off in the wild.
When have we ever said, I want to go forage?
Foraging. I mean, to be fair, you could
That's
do
not
that
bad.
because Jared
The only
is
time any
really
of us have ever done
fucking
manual
good.
work was when I killed that elk.
Yes, Helga, if you're ever going to do some hunting, can you look for, and I want to point out a couple ingredients that are in the area related to stuff?
Hey, Jared
Yeah,
is
I'll keep
really
my eye
high
out.
nature.
Yeah, for sure.
He's really good at that.
Do you want to go out into the forest and find them?
Yeah.
Spoken like a true
But, is
capitalist.
Jared currently working on the Featherfall scroll?
I guess.
Yes.
Alright, so we work on health potions, you work on spells for
Okay, okay, so 8 hour. I'm assuming that we add 16 hours to the total of 40 hours needed to finish it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are continuing out along the path, and are you guys kind of chilling with the retainers?
Yeah, I'm talking to random people,
Okay,
seeing what's
yeah.
going on.
I think
So,
Jared's kind of trying to mingle with the crowd, talk to everybody. Get a-
Okay.
you
It's
know,
hard to mingle when you're 100 feet ahead above.
Penelope and Norman
I'm
are
walking.
Penelope and Norman are being workaholics.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Jared's also working, but when he is not working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'll finish on the second day. You would spend 16 hours the first day and 4 hours the next.
Oh. Yeah, so Jared's just chatting with people, occasionally popping into hand people ingredients.
Okay, so someone add spell scroll of Featherfall to their inventory.
I will.
Okay.
No, I'll do it.
as y'all are on your journey, the crowd does kind of like mingle with you. They also they do seem to keep to themselves most of the time, but they'll kind of like talk. As far as they know, you're just a traveling apothecary, so they don't assume you have too much interesting stuff to say. But
Yeah,
you all
I
do
don't-
seem like kind of wild characters.
I don't think
So-
they know we are even we're even magic users, except for maybe me because of my weird eyes.
Also, Jared's
That-
hair is
that-
just constantly like.
Oh, you're kind of floating, but you use a lot of hair gel, so it's tough to tell.
And Penelope makes a tower come out of the ground every once in a while.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. How the
Yeah.
hell did you man? How the hell do you do that?
Well, I was at the University of Astaria, and higher level mages, specifically those that can cast, access the third level arcane level, excuse me, are able to unlock these travelers' towers all across the world because they send out like researchers and people to collect artifacts and just people doing other
Third level
educational
arcane
things.
sounds oddly specific.
Haven't
That
you
is
read
why
our
I-
textbook?
That is why I haven't been able to do it up until now, because I've recently gained access to that level.
Insight check.
Okay.
So that's a 17.
It's pretty much not lying at all, to some degree.
That's still a lie.
That's not exactly how that works.
Fair.
Un pecado de omisión, Evan.
Ooh.
Well, that would be 20, and then 24. Deception.
Okay.
Sounds plausible.
Wait.
I have no stakes.
Wait.
in this.
You have
Yeah.
a +5, so that means you have a 14 charisma at least. Okay.
So, y'all are traveling down the road with this kind of caravan, and as you go, people will eventually, not eventually, occasionally try to strike up conversation with you. At one point, Gold Calder kind of hangs back, and he goes to talk to you, Helga, and he's like, "Say, you seem a little,
Normal?
Well-
Yeah. No,
actually
I
the
don't.
opposite."
I don't say that. I don't say that.
Okay, so, if you don't mind me saying, how did you, and he kind of like looks you up and down, he's like, you seem a little, well, eccentric. How did you start traveling as a retainer for a traveling apothecary?
Retainer?
I like that. I like the sound of that.
I don't like the sound of that.
All of us in the cart working go,
Sign of that.
For the audio medium, we just like conspiratorially nodded at each other.
Oh god.
I This is Nick thinking out loud. Well, I've always been one for adventure, I guess. In my from Humboldt, and you don't really get out of the city a lot, and I don't really belong there. I don't belong in a city. So this was a chance for me to get out of the world, hit something occasionally,
Understandable. And,
and no, it
Well-
doesn't pay that well, but yeah.
you know, my friend, say, what's your name? I don't believe I ever asked.
It was
Did he ask?
he did, yeah.
Yeah,
It was Helga, Hombar.
Helga. You know, I was quite like you once upon a time. Just a
Yeah.
small guy in the big city out looking for adventure. Then I grew up and I hit the road just the same way you did. And well, ha, look at me now. And he kind of gestures around. He's like, back when I was young, I always knew that I was destined for something more. And I feel like you have that kind of longing too. Now, you're a little older than I was when I decided to go to combat school and become trained in the art of battle strategy and warfare, as well as religion, but maybe there's hope for you yet.
Please enlighten me.
Well, there's a guild in Astaria. Have you ever been to Astaria?
No.
I didn't think you had been.
Okay.
So there's this guild in Astaria, and called the Astarian Warriors Guild. And I know, fairly simply named, but hey, we're still simple people at heart. So, oh, you got your face. And it molds young fighters into the battle strategists of the future. Now, you're a little older than the target demographic. Most people start when they're around 12. But I think I have some professional links there, and I think that I might be able to put in a good word for you. You definitely seem like you're destined for something a little more than being a retainer to a traveling apothecary. Don't you feel that?
I'd like to think so.
Do you feel like you have a destiny, Hilda?
Hilda.
Sorry, Hilda. I've never been great with names.
There's I mean, you know, I've always wanted to you know. Can't get over that Hilda thing. That was good. I like that. It's weird for me, you know, because it's a long time ago, you know, I don't know, that is some weird family stuff.
Weird
That's
family.
about-
Do tell. Pray tell.
I don't know.
He takes a sip from his flask. Don't worry, not alcohol, just pure spring water.
That sounds like a euphemism.
Come on,
Not at
save.
all,
We gotta
I'm
stifle that snort from the carriage.
I'll do a con save for that.
What was it?
Never mind, I have fantastic constitution. 12.
Yeah, you can be mostly muffled, but there's a little something you could. Okay.
Yeah, you're also proficient in Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, I have fantastic
I'll say,
constitution.
So I'll listen to the background noise for a bit.
Let's just say, you know, classic, you know, absent father story, I guess you could say. I don't know.
It's a bizarre way to describe your own life.
I don't know. It's weird. I would like to be better, you know. I'd like to. It's a good offer. I'd like to, you know, kill things better, fight
Huh.
things.
Well, now, my friend,
Strategize, I guess.
this isn't about killing as much as say. You've been a retainer for how long? A couple. You look fairly hardy. A year or two now. I'm great at reading people.
I'm assuming his wisdom is like a 4.
You know that.
It's probably
He's a
pretty good.
paladin.
Yeah, he's a paladin, exactly.
Don't paladins
I've been
use
fighting.
charisma?
I fought on the side before I was a
Oh.
retainer. But that's about it.
So, what's I assume you've taken on a couple bandits at least in your time.
You could say so.
Oh, what weapons are you visibly carrying?
I've started to carry the Mage Slayer axe with me more.
Oh, okay. Are you carrying it openly?
I keep it. It's behind, like it's on my back, but like with the cape kind of over it.
Okay.
So like it's still easy access, but not as easily shown.
Okay.
And I have my war pick at my side,
All right.
and my warhammer at my other side.
Okay. So he's like, well, I assume you've been in a couple scuffles in your time then. Nothing too intense.
Fights giants.
I still wash out bug guts with my hair.
I could tell you the stories of the things I've seen, my friend, but between you and me, he kind of leans in conspiratorially and is like, one of these days, I'll make sure that you can. Sorry. Between you and me, next fight we get, I'll try to put you into action. I'll give you a couple tips of my own. Don't worry, nothing too dangerous.
I'd be very grateful for this opportunity.
Here, wait. While we
How
are...
would you know?
I mean, you could just tell us.
I wouldn't do that.
Can
Oh,
you,
darn.
can you open a group chat, Norman?
Yeah, telepathic group chat. Yep.
Alright, so...
For a Falco.
Are we connecting Helga as well?
not yet.
Okay.
Uh,
So just us three.
Just us three.
Okay.
Okay,
What's
so...
up? Oh god, I still have to talk in Jared's
Yeah,
Yes.
he
thinks in his own voice.
Anyways...
No, he thinks in a completely different accent.
Hi,
It's like
it's
Southern.
me, Jared.
You ready for this?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1. Where is it?
Alright, so, they just think we are traveling apothecary.
Yes.
If we get into combat, are we going to cast spells? Or are we going to hide in our carriages if we were apothecaries?
Like
See, now-
they do do have casters amongst their rankings, so I'd assume it'd be fine.
See, now, there's no way to source my magic back to me. So I can just like stand there and do things, and they can't tell that it's from me.
Yes, and how do you shoot energy beams exactly?
I have Mind Slam.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
hate that.
that's only one.
But, anyways, are Jared and I going to cast spells? Because we don't want them necessarily to know that we are capable casters, even though I wouldn't necessarily call us
I
that.
would say.
I'm fine.
You are
See,
relatively capable.
I can
of
do what I
combat
set out
situation.
to do.
I would say that we don't hop in unless the situation looks very dire. So, I'm gonna be honest, if Helga gets injured, you bet your arse I'm running up there to heal her without hesitation. So only if the situation is dire enough should we start casting magic. Otherwise, I think it would be more beneficial for us if we hide it.
Yes. Do you think cantrips would be alright though? Or 0 level spells, excuse me.
I think 0 level spells will still tell them that you're capable casters. In fact, actually, you might that might pass because you can just tell them that you're a magic initiate, and that that's the only thing
Maybe
you know how
ask
to
them
do.
for instruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, I
Cantrips
think one or two cantrips should be fine.
Okay.
In fact, energy beam would work for me because I can just say it's a ray of frost
So it is.
because it deals 1d8 damage and I can choose it to be ice. It just won't slow them down. So it can just be like, oh, look at this guy casting ray of frost, but it's not as good as a normal ray of frost.
Mm-hmm. See, and I can actually use my ineptitude at casting chromatic orb because it always blows up in my hands, and that'll make me look like a novice caster. Even though now that I'm saying it out loud, that kind of makes me feel like a novice caster.
Trust me. Your chromatic orbs do a whole bunch of damage, even though
It's okay.
even though I'm not too sure if that is actually let's just say your chromatic orb is very unique.
Sure.
I do
we'll
have
go with it.
chromatic orb.
Anyways, back to Helga. That is just what I needed to interject.
Okay. Telepathy
So,
to Helga.
no.
How's it going?
It's been better.
Worse now.
Been okay. I've been doing better things than now.
Okay, I can pay the rest of you.
Life's kicking.
So, I don't want to. Hold up, sorry. Necessarily talk about every day of travel. So I'm gonna assume unless you guys want to talk to someone specific, that's just kind of generic travel.
I think I might want to talk to both Tristanian and the Fae touched one. Her.
Alright, who
Yes.
first?
I'll talk to Tristanian first, just to bite the bullet, get that one over with.
Okay, I'll send you catch him at dinner one evening.
Okay.
He kind of sits with the higher ups at their own little their own kind of more exclusive campfire. But he is a man of the people, so he will occasionally wander around and slap his retainers on the back and just kind of talk to him. But I say it's not too tough to find him and pull him aside. Why, hello there, my short friend. What can I do for you?
Jared's just gonna
6 foot tall.
just stifle
So do
a.
I know you from somewhere?
I don't.
No, you just have one of those faces, I'm sure. And he kind of slaps you on the back. And he's like, well, it's hard to say under those glasses. And he kind of grabs the side of your sunglasses and pulls them, and he's like, whoa, never mind. And he lets go. And he's like, well, what did he want?
Oh, I
hate
Yeah,
this
Jared
guy.
just gonna tuck his sunglasses back on, very uncomfortably.
Yeah.
I just we haven't formally met, so I figured I might as well take the time to introduce myself. Mr. Stillwater.
No, my name is, I'm sure you picked up Sir Tristanian Goldcolor.
Good to me.
Paladin of Eridon.
Right.
Aragon? Like the book?
Eridon. A-R-A.
Okay.
And he's like, so what can I help you with?
I crossed paths with wow. William needs to learn how to speak. Give me a second.
You're James
Big
from
time.
Pokemon.
No,
remember?
I mean me IRL. I haven't crossed paths with the paladin before. What holy mission are you undertaking, I suppose?
He kind of thinks it over for a second. He's like, well, holy mission is a big word, but you, my friend, you seem like a man of science.
Sure am. Lab coat, crop top, glasses.
Crocs.
No,
Leaden Crocs.
really, just fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, I'm just imagining
legends.
Crocs made out of leather.
Oh, I'm imagining that too, and it's shit awful.
I should make.
Disagree.
Wait. We have cobbler's tools. I could make that.
No!
No. You will not bring Crocs into
Into
this,
this
world.
universe. Fantasy world's just supposed to be an escape.
Yeah. So, yeah, he said, so he's like, well, he leans in conspiratorially.
So
As he often
conspiratorial leaning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He bonds with everyone specifically, and he's like, "We're on a quest. We are looking for something you may have heard of.
To find the
It's an
Wizard of
artifact.
Oz.
We are looking for a man named the Wizard of Oz.
Don't look behind that curtain, okay?
We're looking for something called the Light of Salvation."
Oh.
Now this is very crucial, Jared. This is a very crucial moment.
So are we.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one.
King. I'm sure you wouldn't have. It's a little upper crust, but
Yes!
I can tell you all about it. Or
Please.
I can't really, because no one knows much about it. And he like laughs. Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry. And he takes a swig from his glass.
Right.
Sorry. Ha! Don't worry, my friend. Not alcohol, just fresh, clean spring water. And he says, "Where the place we're going, the village of Kheg, it actually is. Got it wrong enough for Kheg. Now, as I mentioned, it's a little upper crust, so it might be something that you haven't heard of before. But
Of course,
The light of
says Jared in
salvation.
his highest Aryan accent.
the Light of Salvation is said to be a force of incomparable change in the world. No one's exactly sure who made it or what it is, but we have reason to believe that its influence is already seeping into our reality. Now, you, my young friend, and he is certainly younger than you.
Yeah.
He says, "You, by joining us on however short a leg of this adventure, you are becoming part of that destiny. One day, your name will be a footnote in the book of history."
Wow, just like all this academic text.
I like this guy.
Oh, I hate this man so much.
So,
I did not think I was capable of rage.
Jared was actually incapable of rage until this
Oh, I
very
mean me. I mean me IRL.
Welcome to the dark side, brother.
say, what are you? I know you're traveling with the apothecary. Do you actually make the potions themselves?
I help out sometimes. Occasionally go out and fuck my accent. Occasionally go out and gather ingredients, but other than that, I'm just around as Jared
Say-
stands there in silence for like 30 seconds.
Wait,
I'm just as there's another set of helping hands.
Say, my friend, is that an Astarian accent I hear?
That it is.
Well, you must be from my hometown.
Oh,
Tell me, did you go to school there?
I mean, some school, yeah, just not like the good one. Yes, for a little while. I found my calling in academics a little more interestingly than most.
Fascinating. Do tell more.
Oh, I do have to ask, have we met before? I have a think I would remember you, but
I can't say we have, but you.
were you in class of 36?
Where? What?
No, never mind.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Evan, what year is it canonically?
4,231 or 4,000.
Okay, I don't remember how years work. I didn't remember what year it was.
Yeah, I graduated a couple years.
Graduated century.
4,230.
Ah.
He says, well, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think you just have one of those faces.
I guess I have one of those faces. No, now, here's my proposition. Come on.
I'm gonna, lean in.
I know, conspiratorially,
Conspiratorial.
and I know this is a little taboo, but how would you feel about learning magic?
Can I roll to resist?
There's the snort, yeah.
Yeah.
God, this guy's fantastic.
Oh, that's pretty
Wait.
good. That would be like a 17, I think.
18.
Yeah, you're like, and that's about it.
I would be very interested in that.
Well, you see my friend up there? And he points to the elven-looking woman. That right there is Rowena Calendrope.
Oh.
And you actually do recognize that name. She's a pretty noted magical scholar.
Has she written any books that I own?
None that you directly own, but you've definitely read some of her work before.
So what kind of stuff?
Honestly, it's just about magical theory mostly.
That's us.
That's our realm.
Oh God, Christ! She actually wrote this text.
No, she didn't.
No,
Our
that's
names
us.
are on the cover, boy.
Yeah, and so she's
There's
like,
even man normal on it. Like what?
yeah,
That really
man, comma, normal.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's like, you go talk to her, and maybe she'll teach you a spell or two. Have you ever wanted to be able to summon fire in your hands?
Sure would.
Well, she can make that happen.
All right.
You get over there, bud. And he slaps you on the back.
And I'm gonna nod and just woo. I feel like as soon as I'm out of earshot, I'm just gonna.
And you guys start getting out anyone?
Yes.
Mhm.
So on one of the nights, I want to kind of be near the group, specifically near the Fey-touched woman.
Rowena?
Yeah, Rowena.
We know her name now.
Yeah, and so I want to walk over with a bowl of water and my book, The Way of the Wave, Water Magic,
Mm-hmm.
and sit there looking at the pictures, kind of doing the hand motions.
Acting like
and
you're
then-
trying to figure it out.
lifting it up very slightly, like a couple drops, and then having it fall down as it wavers, or
You're building the grift.
yeah, exactly. Put a really thin layer of frost over it or something. Looks like I'm struggling a bit.
Just for fun, I think you and Jared are gonna both do your bullshit on the same night.
Yeah.
As you guys, Jared's gonna come over and he's gonna be like, "Come on, you got this."
Yeah.
Wait, is this going to be a performance check?
Yeah,
Oh
we
God.
have
No,
to.
we have.
I haven't been making
It's
you
the
guys
name of
roll
our
for deception.
podcast. We said it. We have
Okay, fair point,
to.
do it.
Oh dear.
I've been making you guys roll for deception because their expectations are very low.
Yeah.
They're underestimating you enough that they're not gonna.
Natural 20!
Yes,
I'm amazing.
We did it, we
at
completed
you
the
guys are
campaign.
fucking selling it.
We did it. We won.
That's incredible. But yeah,
Wait, does this
Rowena.
have-
I'm gonna say that thanks to your performance check, Rowena is noticing what you guys are doing, and she kind of looks over. She rolls her eyes. And she's like, "Ugh, "Let me see that," and she wanders over. And she looks like out of everyone in the party, she seems like the most she doesn't really want to be there.
So she's
She's
just all of us on the inside.
And she just kind of rolls her eyes and gestures towards the bowl, and the water flows up to form this sculpture of a leaping dolphin. And just freezes in place.
Wow.
I
Like,
did
come over here,
that.
come over here, two of you.
Fantastic. And I'm gonna
King of kings.
This is why I don't wear the boots.
Okay, I made them for you. They look good as hell. You better put them on.
So, yeah, and she's like kind of like, she gestures you over to the fire where she's sitting alone. She's like, how did you guys find a book of magic? I know that a lot of people out like.
Oh, I'd just like to
In
clarify, my femur is tucked into my bag.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
explicitly
you
say
guys-
that before, so it's in there.
Oh yeah, I assume that you're not like letting anything on.
Alright.
And so she's like, I know that out in the rural areas, magic's a bit of a off topic. But how did you two come in possession of that book?
Well, I may not look it, but I'm actually from Astaria.
You're from Astaria.
Me as well?
Yes.
Oh, well, I can tell you are.
Yes.
Huh. So, how do you two feel about learning some magic?
That would be amazing,
Wow,
actually.
I've always dreamed of that.
Yes. I
Cut
do.
to Jared like 5 hours earlier, fireballing the shit out of Norman. Alright.
Yes,
I would also like you to learn some magic, please.
Yeah.
I grew up next to the Young Academy of Wizards.
The
or
Magic
something or other,
University.
Like, yes, and so
Wow.
there were always these. Well, a couple times.
You could say
like,
they were whiz kids.
No.
No, you couldn't. A couple times our windows were smashed by some like arcane force or something. But you know, seeing all these people like manipulate the world around them was like,
That's pretty amazing.
yes.
Well, what do you guys say I teach you a little spell? It's called Mage Hand.
Jared does not actually know Mage Hand. Can he have it after this?
Yeah.
Sick.
Aw.
What?
I didn't take Mage
That's
Hand.
a
I would go,
cantrip.
oh, wait
Okay.
a minute, wait. I actually think I got that one. And I, yes, and I went to cast Mage Hand, but
It's like
Oh,
this
man.
tiny,
What?
frail hand.
Oh
that
man,
can't
I
move.
can only do chill touch.
Actually, do
Mage
it.
Hand.
Alright.
Uh,
Jared's like, oh, I think I got it. But he cast Fireball. He's like, oh, dang it, I did it wrong again.
Nukes the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to cast Mage Hand, but I want to make it look like really chaotic in its movements, like, you know, shoot
Really-
out of
like
my
you're doing
hand.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
like
exactly.
make it glitchy.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, well, that's a good start. But I'm going to teach you guys how to really do this spell. Wow! She kind of takes you guys in and kind of spends the rest of the night just kind of patronizingly teaching you Mage Hand.
And Jared's just like, because he
Yeah.
actually needs. He actually needs to know.
I mean,
this.
it is like good instruction. It's just as if she was teaching maybe a 13-year-old.
Mm.
Okay, and then next. Yeah, and she's like clearly explaining like magical theory in ways that you would explain it to a layman.
Mm.
And Helga's like, I don't get it. No.
It's like, this is amazing. How this stuff?
Yeah. But
I hate all of it.
yeah, considering you guys both already know magic, you're able to kind of like pick up on it pretty quickly. For the air quotes, I did air quotes for that.
Wait.
Yep.
Learning cantrip this quickly does seem kind of unrealistic. I'm gonna be real.
You guys have another week.
Let a
It's
guy
not
learn a
like
cantrip.
it's not
Oh,
like
so it's a
overnight.
week of learning? Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I mean,
Also,
like,
it's a cantrip.
and yet
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but cantrips you can always cast, and cantrips you only have a limit because of that.
yeah. No, it takes like about a week, but considering that you guys are in this like caravan with them, you got time. But
Jared is actually learning Mage Hand, so he's actually is like canonically shitty at first.
yeah.
See, and I...
Pretending to be shitty.
No, after this, like, I progress way quicker than Jared, and
Yeah.
I have perfected it by day 2. And I'm, you know, kind of...
And Jared just kind of gives that look of like, nice acting, but I feel bad.
Yeah. Okay, fair. So, Norman, are you searching anyone out?
Not
And
really.
Helga, are you searching out anyone else?
I'm gonna go chat up the barbarian.
Okay, you have the door.
Mhm.
So, when? When are you confronting him?
I think after titanium guy, whatever his name is. What's his name?
Tristram?
Tristanian?
Yeah,
Titania.
Tristinia. Tristinia.
Tristanian, gold caliber.
Tristinian.
Sir.
Caliber?
Tristanian.
Oh.
Caliber.
gold collar.
After the day after my conversation with the guy,
Mm-hmm.
I go over to talk to El Barbarino.
Okay. So he's let's say you've all stopped to get some food
Mm-hmm.
in a small town along the way, and most of the kind of head honchos are kind of like flexing and showing off to the local populace. But
I
this
chopped
guy-
someone's house in half.
Hanging over to like, pan over to us, just like.
Yeah. But yeah, he seems to be kind of minding his own business. And so you go up to him, this is the dwarf barbarian, and he's like, "Oh, hi, what can I do for you?"
Oh, it's just building rapport. What?
Networking?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
admire that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What did you need?
I was just want to see what's going on with you. What brings you with this traveling man of merry men?
Well, I'm sure you've been told as to the nature of our quest.
There's some magical artifact or some who what?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, many years ago.
Long, long ago, ripple effect.
Yeah. I lived in a city called. Hold up, let me check my notes.
That's a weird city name.
Let me check my notes.
Oh yeah, is that just south of Astaria, right?
I lived in a city called Kindleft. Yet another thing I've stolen from him.
What are other things you've stolen from me?
You don't know yet.
Harbor your soul.
Hobbit is in this one.
And, well, hurts a little bit to get into, but through a tragic series of events, I was orphaned and driven out from my home. Now, I seek to bring justice to, well, everyone. And I believe that should we find what we are searching for, we will be able to do that.
Very, very noble cause.
No doubt.
I'm sorry for your must have been a troubled
It's been
upbringing.
a long time, don't worry. What about you, my friend?
Well,
You have a deep sadness in your eyes.
Yeah, I got fireballed 2 days ago. That's about the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
you see that man over there failing at mage hand. Well,
Fireball me.
I had problems in my own, home life. Didn't see a lot of home, you could say. So I grew up in Humboldt. But never mind that. What do they say this artifact can do? How would you use it to bring justice?
Gee, I'm not really sure, but it's said to have untold powers. It's called the Light of Salvation. You may have heard of it. But
Yes.
God, I keep forgetting that that's another name for the hand of God. I legitimately
The
forgot.
what?
the what?
The
We
what?
do not know what this is.
Yeah. I swear.
What, the Kingmaker? The Hand of God? The Light of Salvation?
The big boy?
The dude.
I'm adding that on the
Yeah,
website.
dude.
The
Please.
nasty man.
The big boy.
I'm adding the big boy and that's it.
Yeah.
So, and I figure that if this thing can change the world the way Christinian says it can, then it ought to fall into the hands of the right people. And I firmly believe we are the right people.
For sure.
Well, I don't.
Yeah. No, clearly you are. You're all very righteous here.
Hey, you seem like a fighter yourself. You seem like you've known the heat of battle.
A couple, skirmishes, I guess.
Say, that's a fascinating weapon you got there.
Oh yeah, that's my war pick. I've had it for a while.
No.
Oh, my warhammer.
No, not
No.
not that one either.
Oh, you're talking about this guy. I'll pull out the giant
And
ass
you pull out
red axe.
and you pull out a knife.
How much time you
wait,
pulled that?
wait,
You pull out a
wait.
numerous amount of knives.
Wait, I'm sorry, wait. I pull out the dagger from the tomb. Oh, you mean this? it wasn't even visible to
Nope,
him.
not that one either.
See, the tracking bow.
I'm
this
afraid
one,
not that.
The dart I picked up from the.
Absolutely not that one. You had to rummage through your bags for like 5 minutes to find that one.
My family hatchet.
No, that doesn't fascinate, but not that one.
The shovel.
Nope, that's not even a weapon.
This feather of a magical.
I
raven.
don't know how to confront you about that one.
I got this helmet.
The helmet. That's a helmet.
Yeah, you got.
Reached out and pick up a rock.
The kill
You
label with one
You
of
joke,
these.
but what about the silver coin? You could like chuck it real hard.
I think we both know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the goblin dart.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Nope, not that either.
Okay, so the axe.
Yes.
Alright. Okay, I just want to make sure.
That's a fascinating material. What's that thing made of?
Axe.
I know. Metal. So I know what it is, but does Helga know? Was she told that? Was she told
You
that
guys
it was
identified
vermilion?
it, I guess. Yeah, I think you would have said.
Okay.
You have to check later, but.
I don't know what it's. I don't know what it's made of besides this thing called vermilion.
For Billy, and his eyes wide, he's like, alright, there's an ancient scratch. Where do you find this? And he's kind of like looking it over. Do you let him hold it?
I guess, yeah.
Alright. He's kind of turning it over in his hands, like, this right here is a dangerous weapon.
Yeah, it has a sharp edge on both sides, you know.
Yeah,
you
no,
can chop on one side, then
Where did
swing
you
back,
find
chop.
this?
Lying around.
Lying around where?
I guess over ground.
Now, I don't know if I can, in good conscience, let you hang on to this.
I keep it safe. I don't use it.
Roll persuasion.
It's a trophy.
Mm.
It's a trophy axe.
I just hang it up.
You might have just lost your mage slayer.
Not necessarily.
Classic
There's
Helga
other-
now one baby. I called the shit out of that.
What? How did you let this happen?
Well, okay, so I feel like it is
You
still.
need to switch dice.
I do clean it, but there's definitely some remains of bug guts, on it
I guess.
in
Yeah,
some
you should
crevices.
flex. Alright.
Yeah.
He says, now we gotta give this thing to Tristanian right away. This ain't right. I don't know if
Listen,
we
it's
know. I don't know if I know what
it's
you
a-
got here.
It's a family heirloom.
I thought you just said you found it.
Yeah, lying around
At home in the
at
attic.
home.
I can't. Will you come with me so we can just give this to him?
Will I be able to get it back when our work
I
is
don't know.
over?
Depends on what it is.
Well, I mean,
Keep in mind, force is always an option. He
Don't.
says.
Hey, Jared, can you
Or you
fireball
can always
this
put your
man
foot
for
down. It
me?
is your property. But it's okay.
please, I know you are, trying to do the right thing, but this is mine.
I can't let you do this. Look at this. This don't look right.
Helga currently holding an axe. I don't know.
I'm telling you, this is mine. Okay?
This is only because he rolled a nat 1 on persuasion, but he will not
I-
give it back by talking alone.
I feel like an intimidation check wouldn't work right here either, bros.
You can try. If you roll real well, you never know.
There's a chance that Helga might roll another nat 1.
You know she will.
You could always try to reveal something.
Okay,
you could
it's a
always
big-
try to trade something. There's always
Okay.
options.
Tell her
I-
the axe is gay.
Oh god, I can't touch this thing!
No, it's contagious. You don't want to get that. I've been around it too long, so Okay, I know what it does. Okay, just let me. Okay, so it's only really besides its normal axe feature, which is axing things.
I'm familiar with the
Many
action.
questions like how to bury this in your
Very
chest.
funny, but we
Um,
need to figure this thing out.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know. I guess it like sucks magical energy out of, I guess, mages, magic users. I don't know, but in a safe and humane way.
You're telling me
Free
I
range.
didn't know
Free
this.
harvest, naturally
No, I mean
harvested.
I know what it is. It's Nax that does that.
Okay.
Please, I don't want to have to do anything irrational right now. I want my axe back.
Okay. I don't think I need to roll insight for him, but he gets that there's something off here, and he just kind of slowly hands it back.
I don't want
You
to
will
have to
ne-
do
you-
anything irrational.
You will
like
never
this.
see this touch another thing's flesh.
Okay. And he looks very suspicious, but he hands it back.
Well,
Nice.
I mean, it won't touch another humanoid.
Successful roleplay
I
once
best
again,
keep
boys.
that hidden.
We did it. It was hidden. It was on my cape. It's
You can
just
smell
really
it.
good sight. Smell the axe.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is a fine weapon. I hate that. Don't do that.
Okay. So, unless any of you have any specific plans, they are just going to keep carrying on with your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. During those times where they're role playing, I'm gonna go out and harvest herbs for, I guess, magic potion, healing potion
This guy's
crafting.
a techno.
Because I don't care for socialization that much, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
So, are you just like wandering around?
Yeah.
And just kind of like.
I'm
So,
wandering around the camp doing things.
Okay. Are you gonna like go down the road at all? Or,
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that since you guys are camped, you can just kind of wander wherever you want, and Trust will be there in the morning. So you can go pretty far. You keep walking down the road, just like looking to the side, like trying to see if there's any terrain that looks like would have like helpful herbs or whatever on
Should
it.
I make a survival check?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I only have a +1 to that. Where's my d20? There's my d20.
Magic.
So that's a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I think you're just kind of distracted because it's really nice out, and you're just appreciating the flowers and
Uh-huh.
shit. You're not really taking into account what kind of flowers they are. So, you eventually reach a little small settlement that you didn't know was here. It's like a little town, and roll me perception. It's just like a small like. It doesn't look like there's any kids here. This just looks like a
Okay.
what's the word?
So I have a +7 to it.
Yeah.
So 24.
24 will do the trick. Yeah, this looks like it's like a small, probably like trading post community out here in the what essentially amounts to the wilderness. I forgot to mention, as you get closer and closer into the mountains, it becomes more foresty. You left the farmland behind quite a while ago, and there it's pretty thick woods. But yeah, you see it in I mentioned it's kind of a almost a rest stop trading post town. On the main trading post general store in the center of town, there's a large empty space, almost like a bulletin board, and on that there are 4 flyers placed up, and you recognize them pretty quickly because they each have one of your faces in it.